I had never met another person buying plumbing and HVAC companies. And by the time I joined Twitter, I'd already been doing it for 5 years. Like, that was it. As far as I knew, this was like the weirdest thing in the world that this was happening. And then I get on Twitter and it's like the coolest thing ever to people on Twitter.
That's so wild to me still to this day.
Yeah, like I was
That
5 years deep.
businesses before anyone, like you didn't have any help. I don't know where I would be without this community. Seriously. First off, I wouldn't have bought a business. Second off, like everything, all my playbooks, every single one of my playbooks for purchasing businesses and running businesses comes from Twitter.
The timing is intentional, right? So by the time we get to it, like VMI will be done, fully implemented, done. It's about a 4-month process.
VMI, for anyone listening, is vendor managed inventory. So
So we got large enough that a wholesaler partnered with us basically and launched a branch inside the back of our building. So
a shop inside a shop.
A shop inside a shop, of which we are the only customer.
I love that so much.
They're awesome. Like they've been a really awesome partner in this. It's exciting for both of us.
Circling back to the weather, I know this is my second winter. We have done newbie second HVAC winter. Last year we had a -7. Yeah. And we had over 250 calls in 3 hours. Nice. Which is, I know that's for you, that's like a 6-hour window, but for us, it was more calls than like 3 or 4 months back then. We were doing 800,000 a year. Like
that's huge volume.
It was unmanageable volume. Like we just stopped answering the phones. Our schedule was booked. And so this year we were going into it with some SOPs and we're trying to prepare. I don't know how well we're going to do. We'll see. But I'm curious as to what is preparing for a big storm like this look like for you?
So I cracked a joke earlier today because this is a perfect blend of everything that we like. It's cold, it's wet, it's windy. So like that's all 5 of my trades. Cold, wet, and windy. That's my type of day. So cold's obviously going to hit HVAC, wet's going to hit plumbing, drains, remediation, and windy's going to help with power.
Yeah.
We're impacted on all 5 fronts over the next 7 days. Obviously, it impacts us in a number of ways. On-call is one of them. Namely, we don't have an on-call. So how do we think about the 55-mile-an-hour wind started today at 4 p.m. So on-call, how do we think about schedule as we prepare for sort of an onslaught of weather? How do we think about lead flow? And
how'd you prepare for that too? Right, because of this week that you've probably been preparing to knock out like a lot of these. At least for us, like we had customers sitting. Maybe we can push them a little bit. We can push them a little bit. Like they were waiting on a board install. Yeah, you can't wait on a board install anymore. Right? Yeah. No electric heat's not going to cut it. There's a perfect preparation too in that schedule, right?
Yep. On call, schedule prep, and capacity. How are we going to think about capacity? Those are the 3 big ways that we think about this. And I'll say for anyone listening, this is our first time, I'd say, being as roughly prepared as I think we're going to be. And it's really like, I think it's a team maturity thing. The team is starting to really fire on all cylinders together, which I can like barely explain how cool that is to have like fully loaded departments actually working. I don't know. Sometimes I'm just like, pinch me. Like our marketing team has like 8 people now. And like that 7 months ago, I didn't have a marketing team. And now they're driving very real results for our business.